Welcome back, everybody, to the Outerloper run. We'll just have a little quick drink. It's the middle of the day. Just check what we've got here that we might need. That birch and these rabbit pelts. Now, I think I'll try and bring the rabbit pelts with me. And maybe the birch, because the way I'm thinking of possibly leaving this area might be a little bit hard to come back this way, so we'll take a look outside at what's going on with the weather. That's not fun. It's really not fun at all. It's Alright, I think we just go back inside and read our book for a little tiny bit. Alright, so I think I've got enough calories to read a little bit of the book for a tiny bit more. Didn't we already read? Maybe we had a different book. We already read some in the last episode. Must have picked up an extra one.
Oh, I could eat anything right now.
Let's do little 1 hour stints and see if the weather decides to play nice. Oh. It's a bit nicer. It's actually a little bit warm. Now, got 2 stones. We're okay for weight, so I'll carry a couple more. Might need to do some, potentially do some serious wolf distracting. What I was really hoping for was that there might be a deer here. We might be able to chase him that way and grab a little bit of cover off him in case of a wolf. Just listening out. There's a wolf just over there. If he doesn't turn around too soon, I think we can make it past him. He is coming back, so I might just crawl for a little bit. Just to make sure of it. I'm going to just get up and go this way. So, being Outerloper and us not having much in the way of cool places we can go inside, I feel we need to really exploit all of the outdoor places we can, which is why I'm just going to quickly check. I've got a few of those. Just trying to see if I need to be picking up more along the way. But yeah, because we need to really exploit a lot more of those, I feel that we should try and go to the plane crash site. We have to try and sneak past a bear to do that. And it's a, it can be a bit of a hairy place to get into and out of, and the weather can turn pretty nasty on us, but I think we need to take the chance we'll probably never really come back this way again. Unless we get really a very successful run coming and we have to loop back at some point. But I think we should try and get what we can out of this place while we can. The bear is up ahead. Hopefully we find some gloves in one of these. Oh! I'll take that for the moment. So we're going to have to be careful of the bear, but we definitely need to go this way, so we are warming up in cars. We did not get a pry bar yet, did we? Gloves, gloves, gloves. Anybody have any gloves? Oop. I hate it when you get turned around like that. Okay, so... can do ducking in and out of these last couple of vehicles. Can we make it to... oh, we're a bit stuck on this bit. We actually warm outside. So we're just going to wait here for a moment, hopefully see him go past. Is there anything we can do in the meantime? Not really. But we are warming up in here. So I think we can afford to just bide our time a little bit. We don't have great visibility from this side of the car, unfortunately, so I need to make sure he's well and truly gone past. Hey bear. Oh, he's very interested in what's going on at the moment, isn't he? Okay, let's give it a little bit more of a minute. Okay, now I really can't see where he is, but I just want to let him definitely get a little bit more time ahead. It's okay, because we're warming up. He really should just keep trundling on his little merry way. Geez, it'd be great if you could change seats in here. And look 360. The happiness that would happen that day if that happened. Get to the front seat from the back seat. How good would that be? Alright, we can't hear him. Yeah, I think he's far enough. Anything for me, car? Those gloves I want? Anybody? Yeah, so since they changed the map for the Redux story, it's a little bit harder to come back this way once you head down the plain, so you got to go back down into Milton a different way. But that's alright. But yeah, it's less easy to get into town now, in general, from this area. And if you want to come back here, we got to loop back around, so... Alright. So we did end up wasting a bit of daylight today by, sleeping a large portion of it, getting back our condition in that cave, and waiting out the little bit of that blizzard. So we don't have a huge amount of daylight, but hopefully we can make good use of the rest of the afternoon and we don't have really bad weather to contend with. So one of the things being Outerloper, that is going to be one of our major challenges if we, live for a few more days at least, is that cloth is going to be super hard to come by. We do want to repair our cloth, repair our clothes as much as possible, but we can't really afford to so much. And the bedroll is going to take a beating, so a good thing to find at some point is hopefully a second bedroll, because we can tear that up once we have a knife. I don't think we can tear it up before we have a knife, but once we have a knife you can tear that bedroll up for more cloth, and that will actually be an awesome thing. Otherwise we're going to be very, very cold for a long time with poor clothing. So every piece of clothing we find, every piece of cloth we find, is probably just as valuable for the cloth it has. Like, we might end up sacrificing that hat. And speaking of sacrificing clothing, if we don't find a bandage very soon, it might actually be worthwhile tearing down our socks and having a bandage from that, because as one of my other little fails in Hush River Valley showed, we can potentially survive a wolf attack and then die from just not being prepared on the first aid front. So it is something I'm considering, is maybe just tearing down our socks, because if we look at that, like, they're providing 0.2 warmth. I'd probably prefer to, this is providing 0.1, but it can be repaired up. But this is actually in good condition to last longer. This is going to go south really bad, and it's probably going to take 2 cloth to repair. So maybe I'd consider tearing down that plaid shirt and making a bandage out of that. The socks are pretty terrible, but they're just going to last a bit longer. I think this is going to almost disintegrate on my body before I've got the chance. So you know what we might actually do? There's a chance of a wolf encounter out here. I think I'm, as much as I hate to do it, going to harvest that. And grab a piece of cloth. Get ourselves 2 bandages out of it. Yeah, I think I'm not too upset about that trade. How are we off for weight? We're nearly at weight. Don't think there's anything too interesting over this little piece. So yeah, there is a wolf up there, and we actually do need to get past that wolf. Once we jump down here, we can't come back into this cave, so it's kind of a little bit of an all or nothing. Go this direction. What I'm going to try and do is scare some of those rabbits towards him. And while he's distracted by the rabbits, hopefully we sneak past. Or we have to start a fire. Where is it at the moment? Or we could catch one of the rabbits and give the wolf an offering. Still risky. So risky. Hey rabbits, go that way. Go find that wolf for me, please. Is there more cattails? Here. Go up there. Go find him. Yeah, you can go too. Alright, go the other way. Everyone go that way. Ugh. Okay, I do really wish I could see it. There it is. Oh, you know what? I'm going to try something. Hey. Oh, it helps if you duck, doesn't it? Alright. Ah, really off my rabbit game today. I just want one of you. Just want one. One on the rock is driving me crazy. Alright. Alright, so what I'm hoping is the wolf smells me now, comes down here, follows me around for a little bit, and I drop the bait and then run past him. Come on. Or gets distracted by one of the other rabbits at the same time. There we go. Here, come this way. So he's going after that one. Okay, cool. It's okay for the moment. You won't stay well fed too long with that though. We might need to do a very similar trick on the way back. Hopefully there's only one. I always thought there was only one, but you know. So we still have a rabbit on us, but I might... leave that up here for a bit of a trick for the way back. Maybe. Okay, so I'll just drop the rabbit for the moment. Oh, emergency stim. I'll take a bunch of this for the moment. I don't think that wolf can come down here. Piece of cloth. Love you. I might just leave all the scrap up here. More cloth. Oh, great. I might just be a little bit blind. I thought there might have been some sort of container here. Probably should grab all the wood I can. I think you can tear down these boxes and there's potentially stuff in there. Grab the newsprint. I don't normally grab newsprint, but look, I think there's a chance of stuff in here, but it is a little bit cold now. We'll probably just get through tearing it up, but and so the reason I'm coming to this part as well, to the plane crash, is I think there can be occasionally some good loot drops. There's no reason for us to have all those down there. Grab all these while I can. There's something to do in the cave, probably. Yeah. It's a bit of a drop, that one. The other ones will grab on the way out. Now I think we could probably grab that off pretty quickly. Won't get too cold too quickly unless the weather really changes. I think I won't worry about the others for the moment. So I think we're fairly committed to having to stay here tonight, and the weather can come in. It's going to be pretty cold in this cave, so we need to be on our game for sure. Well, that's all we get. It's not really worth the trip, but you know, we got that stim at the top, so that's actually still a decent find and pretty helpful to us. That's some nice amount of food. Very heavy jerry can. Now sometimes I think these things have, what are we, -2. Can we break that down without freezing to death for an hour? Can escape out. Let's just see. There was nothing in it. Nothing good anyway. Ah, we didn't search that backpack. Alright. Hello, scary bones. So we're warm in here at the moment. A little bit. Well, we're neutral. It's 0. What I will do is going to drop the meat. Drop the meat out here. Just going to, we'll get extra 2 degrees. I'm just going to pass time for an hour in this bed just to see if we warm up. It's dropping temperature. It's now -1. Pass time for 1 more hour. Now we're neutral, and now we're going down. So here's some of the weather I was expecting. Is it dropping any more? Now bedroll's a little bit warmer again,
For shelter.
so I might pass time for just another hour or two. Largely as a way to conserve our fuel, I think. We could get through the whole night though with what we've got, so we do need to make up some water, we need to cook some food. Pass time for one more hour, still just slightly positive temperature. No, it feels like -1 now, so... Alright, so... we'll start a fire, use some of our lamp oil. Don't need to light with a torch if we've got a 100% chance. I think using that lamp oil's fine. I doubt we're gonna get too far with that before we have to throw it away. Yeah, have a couple more pieces of cedar. Alright, so water's a priority. It's coming in cold. I don't think I've ever really spent a night in this cave without it being terrible, terrible wind. If not a blizzard, at least very close to it. "34 minutes. We did get a heap of these, didn't we?" Just drop you out here, just keep you good for the moment. Can we still craft some of them? I think we can. I think it's probably worthwhile chucking on one of our very many pieces of coal right now. Let's chuck 2 on, in fact. Let's just consider. It's like 34 kilos. It's a lot of weight. I mean, 17 kilos of fire-making material. I mean, that's slightly excessive. That's going to drop a couple of those things. I mean, probably not really going to need all that reclaimed on us, but, you know, get close then. Got a lot of torches. I'm not sure how far we're going to lug that. I wish you could break that down into a smaller chunk, just so you could keep just a litre or something. That would be pretty amazing. We are going to be here for the night, so might as well drop those to at least do some more curing. Don't know if they need to be further back here or anything to cure, or if they do it there, but so I don't think we still don't have anything to repair our clothes with anyway. Which one of these is better for wind? Definitely that one's on the outer. Yeah. We're getting towards. We'll boil one more thing of water, I think. Stoke up the fire, and just sleep for as long as the fire will run, or just short of how long the fire will run. I think that'll be a good use of our time. I don't think there's really anything else we should be doing. I don't think there's anything else that's useful. Some reasonably good conditioned food there too. I really want to be able to start to repair some of these things, so finding one of those sewing kits will be great. Okay. Now, what do we have? Maybe I'll just make one more. No. Yes. No. Yeah, maybe just make one more of those. Can. Gonna probably add mostly the cedar for the weight. That will give us 7 hours. I've got quite a lot of fur. I'll add one more. That'll give us 8 hours. I'll eat that. Not a hugely filling meal, but that, and maybe we'll just drink one of these sodas. That should give us enough, and we'll probably just try and sleep for 8 hours. Just add a couple of sticks. Yep. I've never known this fire to be able to be blown out in this cave. I think it's completely sheltered in here. Sleep for 8 hours. Okay, so it still looks windier. We've still got some warmth here. We've still got some calories. So I'll probably just read one more hour of that book. Probably should have put some water on when I did that actually. That would have been a good double up use of the time. It's always good to have water. How cold and windy is it out here? Not that cold. See if I can break that down for an hour without getting hypothermic. I'm only breaking them down because sometimes there's some good stuff in there. Oh, only just saved that. I think we can probably tear down this other one. Then the day is getting late. I think we really should get out of here so we're not stuck here for another time. Oh, hang on. The water's about to boil off. Alright. What can I... Yeah, we're okay for weight right now. There is some scrap at the top we might end up picking up. It's really that I'll bring it along just for the moment. Not many other things. Too redundant. I'll drop one of you. I'll take a torch. I think we'll get out of here. Just checking, we've definitely got all our stuff. Definitely got our can. Great. Checked all these. Nothing else hiding there. Alright, so we've got to try and get past this wolf. Past this wolf and down into Milton. Well, there might even be 2 wolves to get past, I think. How are you doing? That didn't work. Oh well. Too late. Don't really want to muck around with that for too long. Do these things weigh? I only really want them to maybe start to collect to make hooks and all the other things we're going to need, so alright. Let's just see if he's already coming for us. Yeah. So he's about to just come straight over that thing. He's going for the bait. I'm going to run. Cool. Well, that worked okay. So much so, I might try and run that trick again. With one of these ones, just because I think there's another wolf down here, and well, that didn't work so great. Okay. For some reason I think these rabbits here are some of the trickiest to get for some reason. Okay.
I wonder if I can drop him with a spear.
I think there's a wolf down here we might want to need to try and get by, but I'm not certain. It is on story mode, I think there's a wolf right here. But I think they swap it out for the other one. So we might not have needed that rabbit just then at all. I don't like carrying around rabbits on me as a standard rule, but to you know what, we did leave our birch and our rabbit skins down in the shed, not the shed, in the cave. It's a bit of a bugger. We'll just have to deal with that. That's fun. Don't think the wolves really come up here, but still drop that one as well. While we're warm, we'll gather all of these cattails. Fine. You have to drink one of your teas probably anyway, or sleep. One of the two. Look, we'll just... This is for the one we threw away. Left it down there. We're not going back for that. That's a long way around. I did grab that metal though, didn't I? Because I do want to try and turn those into hooks. Because sewing kits also might be a little bit low probability. Now, how greedy do I want to get about rabbits? And I could get 3 skins curing. 3 gut. Is, again, very forgiving on behalf of the game. One rock, we'll get our other one. So maybe we'll bed down in this cave over around here tonight. Maybe not venture too far into Milton. And we'll just set up here. We'll skin these rabbits, get them curing, eat those tonight. We'll go up and just check out the radio tower in a minute. Whoa, watch out. Alright, what have we got in here? Backpack. And some coal. Oh, look at all the coal. How warm are we going to be if we have to stay here? This is so I don't have to hunt around too much for it, digging it out of the ground if we get stuck. That's a little bit sad and disappointing. It's like 12 degrees. You guys will defrost in here. Oh, let's limp up the hill here and see if there's anything fun for us. What else are we heavy on? Oh, hey. If we were just doing a normal interloper run, I'd probably run down into town and go to grandmother's house and stuff like that. But seeing as it's Outerloper, there's not really any hurry to go through that way. We got a couple options going through here. We can either make our way to Mystery Lake through the cave and the climb, and there's some okay stuff for us to find in Mystery Lake, or it really comes down to if we can find the hammer, or we think we'll find the hammer in Fallen Muskeg. Otherwise we would look at trying to head that way to Forge. What's going on in town? Not sure if it would show me wolves from this distance. So yeah, places we can hole up here is the caves in this map. Now, within the rules of Outerloper, we can stay at that little climbing camp office. It's up on that hill up there, because that doesn't have a loading screen. So that's actually a really good one for Outerloper to maybe cure your skins and stuff in, and make day trips down to the farm and do your crafting, because it has an outdoor crafting table. The tricky thing with this place is the wolves around the farmstead, and the wolves can get into the barn and they can be scared by the fire barrel, but not during an aurora. And I've been stuck there overnight in an aurora, panicking that the wolves are going to eat me. So it's still pretty light. Tell you what I will do. Even though I do have this ankle, definitely don't have any decoy on me. Just gonna come down here and check out the shed behind grandmother's mostly. Right, whetstone though, we'll take that. Nothing else. Alright. Just having a bit of a sticky beak for the wolf situation. Would like to check out these cars for potential gloves. Not that they're necessarily high chances of having them, but because we can't go into buildings, it's kind of all we got. Really heard the wolves in town, so gloves. Did I check this one? I feel like I went in this one. Yes. Just being cautious, or trying to be. Hopefully it's working. Haven't really been checking the trunks though. Oh, the wolves are all down that way. Sorry, this is all just boring checking of cars. Really should have been doing something sensible like lifting all the bonnets up on the ones I've checked, but there's a couple over there, but we'll have to come through the town. There's one just over there somewhere. Where are you? Yeah, he's pretty close to over there somewhere. Well, I think we're going to come back up here, go back to our little cave, and that'll be just about the end of our episode time. Ah, there we go. There's a wolf just making its way just past the back of grandmother's. Wonder if he just slightly detected us and came to have a bit of a look. It's good to know that that can happen. I'm wondering if you can get up this bit without having to do awkward climb. No, it still wants you to climb. Such a wonderful warm day. We probably should have been doing a little bit more travel. Just took it a little bit easy, and might come back to bite us tomorrow when if the weather sets in or the wolves take over town. I guess we'll know then whether or not resting on our laurels today was a bit of a mistake or not. So we'll come in here, tear down these rabbits, and then try and get a little bit of sleep and call that our save for the day. Oh, you got more frozen in here. Isn't it warm in here? Oh, so it feels like. Okay. Can I still pull that down by hand? We'll harvest that for an hour and 50. Still warm in our cave. Let's drop our food part over here. %83 frozen. You guys really frozen here. And I thought it was warm in here. I guess we're going to have to use the hacksaw for that. Don't really want to make a fire just yet. I think what we'll do is we'll drink, eat a couple of cattails and sleep for a couple of hours, and we'll do all that by the fire when we actually cook all this, when we need a fire in the night. But for now, what we'll probably do, I'll just sleep for 1 or 2 hours to create a save point, and we'll call that our episode. 2 cat stalks. Sleep for 2 hours, and we'll see you in the next episode.